This is my favorite band of all time, REM. This is their song All the Way to Reno, You're Gonna Be a Star. The reason why I'm playing this song today is this week is the 20th anniversary of their album Reveal, which was where the song comes from. It is also, Reveal is their summer album. If you listen to all the songs on the album, and you'll realize that there's a definite summer theme. That's why fans have called it the summer album, and it is. It's actually one of their better later albums. Has some classic ones, including "I'll Take the Rain," which is another really good ballad type song, in that song as well. Which took me a while to grow to like, but I got into it, and here we are. Welcome to a brand new episode of Dylan Knows. Finally caught up. I did a half-hour episode, believe it or not, which still covered 2.5 pages worth of info just a few minutes ago. I've switched out here, so it looks like that I'm doing 2 different episodes at 2 different times. But there it is, just about 10 minutes later. And hopefully, again, have no technical difficulties. We had some at the beginning, but now hopefully don't have any more here. But let's see if I doubt I'll be able to beat the 32-minute threshold, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try, maybe I won't, because I got a lot to cover. This week was a lot more intensive than last week. We've got the NFL schedule. We've got Chick-fil-A shortage. We've got gas shortages. We got mask mandates. We got Joe versus the volcano. We've got Netflix. We've got Rare Owls. We've got MST3K. We've got Mother's Day stuff. We've got Fortnite. Let's see what else we have. Dracula, Tim Tebow, Golden Globes, Thor, Miss Marvel, Yankee Candle, Root Beer Floats, Castles in England, and we're going, and a mirror universe might be out there somewhere. So we're going to go backwards, actually, because when I was writing up my stuff for the 2 weeks worth of stuff, I skipped a bunch of pages thinking it'd be at least 4 pages worth of stuff, but it wasn't. It was only 2 pages for last week. So I already started 4 pages away, so I have to work backwards. That's what I'm going to do here. So we're going to go backwards. The biggest news this week was there are three big news. The big thing is the gas shortage. Let me explain this real quick. One of the pipelines, which goes to the southeast, Southern Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, was taken over by computer hackers from Russia. Surprise. And put on ransomware. So they shut down the oil pipeline. So gas stations down there we're having gas shortages. But because the media is so stupid and thirsty for any type of news to get people to come to their sites and buy their stuff so they can make money and they can stay in business, so there's gas shortage for everybody. So guess what? The fucking moron Republican a-holes start coming out with putting gasoline in bags, plastic fucking bags they put gas in. Then they also were putting gas in containers to store, to hoard, because, oh my God, the gas is never going to come back again. Oh my God. And then the morons themselves were putting them in laundry baskets that have holes in the side. And they were driving around with these fucking full things of gas and stealing all the remaining gas instead of deciding to ration it out and help other people. They had to stock up for themselves and keep it for themselves. But guess what? That happened on Friday the 7th. It got fixed by Wednesday. Yes, they paid the ransom, but that's sometimes what you have to do. I think that's what Baltimore County Schools did when the ransomware stuff did. But now what? Look, you've got all this fucking gas. What the hell are you going to do with it? And then what the hell are you putting them in plastic bags for, you dumb fucks? And then, of course, there was a story I'm going to say later, but fuck, I'll do it right now. There was a gas hoarder who was fleeing from the police for whatever god-awful reason, and his fucking car caught on fire because of gasoline did. God, you're so fucking stupid! And there is no gas shortage up here. I was driving down all the gas stations along Main Street all week long. I had no idea there was a gas shortage, so I started hearing about it from the media. because there was no lines at our gas stations. There were no pumps that were without gas, and the cost of gas was leveling out. Everyone's like saying, "Oh my God, look for higher gas prices with Biden in office. They're $2.99 a gallon." Yes, it went all the way down to $2.37 earlier, but there were other reasons for that. Not because Joe Biden was president. He's doing something to control the flow of gasoline, which is bullshit, you dumb fuck QAnon a-holes. I said to get that off of my chest. There is no gas shortage, okay? Up here anyway. Maybe down south there is because they're not getting the pipeline down there. But you know what? The pipeline's open. It's going to take a few days to get down there. And guess what? You're going to have gas by next week. All you fucking hoarders who are so god-awful stupid, gas doesn't just, it just doesn't sit and is going to be just as useful years from now. No, you're stuck with it. It's going to go bad. And why the fuck would you have all that type of gas anyway, you dumb fuck? What are you going to do with it, huh? God, you're so fucking stupid. So we had that issue this week. Chick-fil-A has a sauce shortage. Oh my God. Yeah, oh my God, I'm not going to be able to have barbecue sauce with my Chick-fil-A nuggets. Blame Biden for that. Fuck you, you dumb shits. God, you're so fucking stupid. So they're working on that to get that over and done with. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just gotta. Robert De Niro was injured while filming the new Scorsese movie, Killers of the Flower Moon. Don't know the extent of the damage of it, but he should be up and running very shortly. 20 years of REM's Reveal. I already talked about that. The summer, it's their summer show, their summer album like that. Oh, yeah, the other big news that I forgot to mention before I jumped ahead to these few other things here. Here in Maryland, as in a bunch of other areas as well, we had two major changes. First up, the governor decided to allow full occupancy for all restaurants, indoor and outdoor, and for stores to begin again instead of having these small amounts of occupancy that they were limiting the occupancy of those. Obviously, the stores, if they still want to run a shortened occupancy, they can. It's their right. They don't have to listen to a fucking governor tell them what to do, because that's not what they do. Businesses are run by their own. The governors are just urging people, you can open up. We've talked to our scientists. They say it's okay because of the vaccines. The vaccine, as I said earlier, Pfizer has now approved, or the FDA has approved Pfizer to be used on 12 to 15-year-olds. My daughter will be getting her first shot on Monday. I'll be getting my second one of Moderna this time on Wednesday. Hopefully Giant will get off their ass and send me an email like they said they would, telling me what time my appointment is, because I have not seen it in over 3 weeks. So if I don't see it by like Monday, I'm going to have to say, dude, seriously, I need to know when to come in so I can tell my work if I need to get off, so that I can't just have them get it, say, hey, you can come in today at 4:30. Well, that's great, but I have to tell my boss I'm leaving early today. That just doesn't work. It's not how it works. So he lifted that, and then he said once Maryland got to a 70% threshold of people who got one vaccination, he will release the mask mandate, which he did for starting today. So he said the mask mandate is no longer in place. Again, business can do what they want, or you can wear a mask if you want. I'm still wearing my mask because there are still idiots out there who are refusing to get vaccinations. And hey, guess what? COVID's not gone. All right, you fucking morons. Just because you're so anxious to get back to normal, there's still a fucking pandemic going on, you dumb fucks. Yes, the death rate has gone down and the hospitalization rate has gone down, but there's still idiots who are not going to get the vaccinations because they're fucking morons, and they can still get infected, and they can still infect us, even though with the vaccinations, it'll be a lesson thing. We can still get the fucking disease. The disease is not over with, not by a long shot, you dumbasses. So fuck you. I'm going to wear my mask if I want to fucking wear my mask. So fuck off. But I think it's stupid to drop the mask mandate now. they still say people in schools still have to wear masks because not everybody can get vaccinated in schools yet, despite the fact that 12 to 15-year-olds being allowed to now. Not everybody's allowed to get it right now. So, oh shit, I don't want to do that. So cancel, search, cancel. So there's that. So that's all that's happening this week. So we'll see. I mean, I went out today and I went to a couple stores in the mall and stuff like that, and people were still wearing masks. As I said, there was no gas. There was no gas pumps that were out of gas. There were no lines to get gas. There was no group of people trying to get gas. The gas stations were actually fairly empty. So because everybody hoarded their gas the last few days, so they didn't need to get gas this weekend. Oh well. Venom Let There Be Carnage trailer was released this week. That's coming out, I think, later this year. The new Venom trailer is out there for everybody. I think I pushed off the one viewer, didn't like my screaming and yelling and my cursing. Oh, well, sorry about that. It doesn't bother me. I just had to get that off my chest. What else we got here? This week there was a lot of stuff going on. It was Dylan Day yesterday, Dylan Thomas Day, but the hashtag was Dylan Day. So I thought, okay, that's kind of cool. The Preakness happened. Let's see if figure out who won the Preakness here. The Preakness. Rombauer outduels Medina Spirit for late victory. So Rombauer wins the Preakness Stakes. Medina Spirit, who won the Kentucky Derby, came in third. Now Medina Spirit's in a lot of trouble because he failed his drug test after the Kentucky Derby. So there's talk of they don't know what they're going to do about that. So Medina Spirit, who won the Kentucky Derby, had drugs in the system that he shouldn't have possibly. So who knows, maybe that helped deflect from. He came in third, which isn't bad, but Rombauer is the winner of the Preakness. So the Preakness was this weekend. Summer movies start. I was going to do a summer movie show, but then I realized that between Netflix and regular movie theaters, I don't know which ones are going in movie theaters, which ones are going direct to Netflix, which ones are going direct to HBO Max, Disney Plus, so on and so forth. So I decided, and plus there didn't seem to be a lot anyway, so I'm just going to not worry about that as well. It was Community Day today for Pokemon Go. It was Swablu, which was not a exciting Community Day, but I needed to get some more golden. I had to get the shiny Swablu. I got a couple of them, got my son a couple of them. And I wanted to evolve the Altaria and get its specific moveset you won't be able to get for a little while. So I did that as well. But it was a nice day, so I got a chance to go for a walk out amongst Main Street. It was kind of nice. I'm alone this weekend. The kids and my wife are camping with the Scouts. They will be back tomorrow. They're on the Eastern Shore, so it's about a 3-hour drive. So if they leave about 9 a.m., 8 to 9 a.m. tomorrow, they won't be back here till about 11, 12 o'clock. So they probably be back until early afternoon. So that's kind of good. Sometimes you just need some time to yourself. I am getting my second shot this upcoming week. My daughter's getting her first shot this week. I'm taking the day off Thursday just in case I have some effects to the second dosage. So we'll see what happens about that. So there we go. Yeah, there's no way that I'm going to beat my 32-minute one. We got our first look at Kevin Smith's He-Man cartoon this week as well. Looks fairly true to the story, so good on that. Even though Falcon Winter Soldier hasn't had a new episode in a couple weeks, it still remains #1 in the Nielsen's. I guess people finally catching up with it and watching it on their own. What If is set for August premiere date, which is the cartoon series next up on Disney Plus after Loki. So that's due out in August sometime. Jungle Cruise, the Dwayne Johnson movie. That's been delayed many times as well. It's supposed to come out in movie theaters. Well, it's going to be going the route of Black Widow, and and the Cruella movies, where it'll be released the same day on Disney Plus in the premium section. It costs you $29.99 to get it, to access it, or you can go see it in movie theaters. So it seemed to work for Mulan and some of the other ones. So we'll see what happens with that. But that is due to come out in July sometime. Bong Joon-ho, who won the Oscar last year for Best Director, is going to direct for his first ever animated feature, Korean-American deep sea adventure animated movie. Could be pretty interesting. Coca-Cola energy drink has been discontinued. I did not like the Coca-Cola energy drink all that much. It was kind of bleh, to be honest. Bought all the Coca-Cola ones. They never restocked it. Instead, they restocked it with the stupid Coke energy stuff. So hopefully that it being discontinued will mean more of the Coke coffee stuff will be coming back to that as well. Long fake toenails are the newest trend for the summer. They're like plastic sheaths you put over your toes to extend the size of your toes and have the fake the toenails colored crazy colors and exciting colors, stuff like that. Kat Dennings got engaged to her boyfriend. I forget his name. Mountain Dew has a Cake Smash flavor soda coming soon. Don't know if it's going to be in stores or if it's going to be one of those things where you have to buy, buy a certain thing or buy from a website or whatever. The Friends reunion is set for HBO Max on May 27th. So they'll be coming back together to, I guess, do something similar to the Fresh Prince one where they just talk about behind the scenes stuff and stuff like that. I don't see it being like a new episode or anything like that. Netflix will be doing an Ultraman animated feature. They're really into their manga and stuff and anime. You can vacation and sleep in a giant barrel and drink wine all day out in California. Snake Eyes trailer will be coming soon, and there's some behind-the-scenes shots. It's not going to be connected to G.I. Joe, but it'll just be Snake Eyes by himself, so that's pretty cool. You built that up. You have the Bring It On franchise, the one with Kirsten Dunst as two cheerleading troops who compete against each other, stuff like that, is going to be rebooted. But this time as a horror movie. Are the cheerleaders going to be killing each other? I don't know. A homeless man was hanging out at the University of Southern California football facility for a few days. He hopped into the jacuzzi with other players, received a uniform, and eventually got caught as not being a member of the team when he was trying to field punts. And I guess he wasn't doing a good enough job. People are like, wait a second, who the hell is that guy? Because if you're not going to be doing a good job catching punts, they're going to want to know who you are, so they can either talk to you or they can cut you or get you off of the team or whatever. So they found out he wasn't on the team, and alas, the rest was history. A rare owl with orange eyes has been seen for the first time in 125 years. Those are always great when you see that kind of stuff. The scientists think that the Big Bang may have created a mirror universe where time travels backwards. Basically, they're saying that when the Big Bang happened, it expanded into two different ways. One way where time was going forward, one way where time was going backwards, and they're running. Actually, it's not that way. They would be running concurrently, but one would be going forward, one would be going backwards, sort of thing. It's an interesting theory. I don't know how true it is, but it is interesting. Apple Plus has picked up The Tragedy of Macbeth by Joel Cohen. Not the Coen brothers, just Joel Cohen. And it's going to star Frances McDormand as Lady Macbeth and Denzel Washington as regular Macbeth. So I think that sounds absolutely awesome. And I don't like the fact that Apple Plus picked up because I don't have Apple Plus. I'd like to see that movie, actually. So maybe they will release that in theaters as well. Psych, the TV show that's been around for a long time, has done a bunch of movies as well. It's coming to their third movie. It's going to be coming this fall, very soon, to the Peacock Network. So fans of that should get themselves up and excited for that. The video game Skyrim, there's a Skyrim player who decided he wanted to kill every single living thing in the game. for reasons. I don't know why, but he decided he was going to do that. I don't know. 9-year-old girl fronts a kids rock band that covers Rammstein. Yeah, it's particularly their first album, Du Hast. A 9-year-old girl singing Rammstein, and whatever you want to call it, dub. So a streamer by the name of Pokimine brought in 100K viewers for her hot tub stream, and people took the bath water and bottled it and are going to sell it as well. Wonderful. I watched Joe versus the Volcano last night. I'm just going to do this real quick because my technical issues are starting to pop up. It is a underrated movie that I'm surprised does not get more love. It includes a fantastic performance by Meg Ryan playing 3 different characters, and they're all different, and a great role by Tom Hanks before he was Tom Hanks. He had a big hit with Big, but then he hit a couple of bumps on the road with Bonfire of the Vanities and some other stuff as well. And he tried to do this to bring him back, but it didn't work either, which is a shame because this movie is absolutely brilliant. Michael Stanley, I guess, the director who directed Moonstruck, uses color and sound and lighting and music and wonderful camera angles to bring the real life fairy tale to life. Has a great cast, as I said: Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan, Lloyd Bridges, Robert Stack, Nathan Lane, Abe Vigoda, Dan Hedaya. Let's see if there's anyone else. Is there anyone else I can think of? Carol Kane has a cameo in it. And it's absolutely fantastic. And Amanda Plummer is in it as well. It is just a wonderful film, and I wish more people would see it. And that's something wish I do get more into it, but right now I can't because I get moving because of these technical issues. The NFL schedule was released this week, and there were lots of interesting quirks. It's the first 17-week schedule they've ever had. The Ravens have have 9 home games and 8 away games, 5 national TV games, including the first 2 games of the season are on national TV for the Ravens. And the schedule's all quirked out. Usually the schedule is that they play their divisional rivals at the beginning of the season and the end of the season. Not so fast. They're going to be playing them basically in the middle of the season with 1 or 2 games at the end of the season. In the middle of the season, there's a 3-week period where the Ravens play the Browns in Baltimore, the Steelers in Baltimore, and the Browns in Cleveland. So they play the Browns 2 of 3 weeks. That Steelers game the Ravens play, the Browns are on a bye. So they will have the Ravens and then a bye and then the Ravens again. So that's one of the quirks. For the Ravens, they have 5 home games in a row, and the bye week is included in that as well. So for 6 weeks, they're in Baltimore. The Washington football team has a similar quirk where their last 5 games of the season are all divisional games, including one where they play, it's like Philly, Dallas, Philly, New York, something like that. It's a really bizarre, strange setup. Still trying to wrap my head around it, but it is a little off, but could make for an interesting season. So we'll see. So now the season goes into January with the Super Bowl being delayed another week. So the Super Bowl is going to actually be the day before Valentine's Day. They also announced 3 preseason games as well. And that's where we're going to go with that. So I went out today because I need to go to Yankee Candle up at a mall in Westminster because I need to get some new plugins, and also I wanted to see what new stuff they have. I get there, it's been closed. Yankee Candle's now gone. It's the second one in the area that has closed within the last year, which is a disappointment. That mall that I went to is actually dying a slow death. They have more vacant shops than actual shops there. There's hardly anybody in there. They had some sort of tournament going on that was some sort of gaming tournament, which had a lot more people in it. And then because it's in a different county than Baltimore County, one of the shops had a giant Trump 2024 for president. So I was like, nope, never coming back to this place ever again. Why should I now? So now that leaves a Yankee Candle physical store at Towson Town Center or Columbia Mall, both of which are about 20 to 30 minutes away from here. Whereas the one up Westminster was only about 15 minutes. The one in Hunt Valley was only about 15 minutes. Now I have to or it was about 20 minutes, but it was back roads. Now I have to actually traverse highways to get to my Yankee Candles instead of asking to get them in through the website, because the website takes 2 weeks for stuff to get delivered, whereas I could just get them to the store and have them get them that day. So I hope to go up there now on Thursday, and then I'm taking the day off if I'm feeling up to it. But it got me thinking, is like I really should open a Yankee Candle franchise here in the Reisterstown, Owings Mills area, because I think it would do really well, because there's nothing around here. And I started thinking about it, is like I would have to do it the way I would do it, because for whatever reason, they like to do their seasonal candles the month before the season. Like the Halloween candles come out in September. And the actual holiday month comes, you can't find them, which is kind of disturbing. So I should get one where I could do that as well. But I got to get moving because I keep seeing technical difficulties. Enola Holmes is getting a sequel on Netflix. So that's good on that. Neanderthal remains have been found in an Italian cave. So we're going to keep doing this scientific fossil, thought extinct for 273 million years, has been found thriving on the ocean floor. Oh, yeah, the deaths that we're focusing here on. ECW's New Jack dies at the age of 58. His name was Jerome Young. Colt Brennan, former quarterback for the Washington football team, died at the age of 37. Jesse Ham, Marvel DC independent artist, died this week as well. Twin brother of Bears running back Tank Cohen was found dead at a North Carolina power station. Obviously, probably was unfortunately electrocuted. So, no, that's a shame. Oh, I got it. Real quick, so Mother's Day was this past Sunday. Did not get to go down to my in-laws' house like usual because my son was sick to his stomach. So I stayed home. My wife and daughter were able to go down there though. So was a shame, but we're okay though. Some good news: forests the size of France have regrown since 2000. That's a good sign. A castle off the coast of England is looking for a live-in officer. So if you want to live in a castle off the coast of England, go for it, man. The Smithsonian has scored a full-size Star Wars X-Wing prop from the Rise of Skywalker movie set. I don't know what that is. Lay's cheesy garlic bread chips are back. Root beer float ice pops are a new thing coming out this Christmas, or this summer, I should say. The Go-Go's, Tina Turner, and Carole King are all members of the new class of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Buried ship was found on an English estate. Someone was doing some work on their English estate, discovered a ship buried in their yard, in their land. Epic made $50 million from one set of Fortnite skins, and that was the NFL skins. They released right around the time of, actually they released it twice. They released around the opening week of football, and then again around Super Bowl. And basically the skin was, you have, there's like 12 different skins, men and women actually, and refs and referees as well. And they have different positions. And then what you do is if you buy them, you get to choose what number and what logo you want to use. So I used Ravens. So I got one that had a Ravens logo and a number on it. So you can pick any number you wanted to. And there's your Fortnite. So that made $50 million for Epic. Margot Robbie is fighting to get Poison Ivy into the live-action DC cinematic universe. I think that'd be awesome to see Margot Robbie making out with another hot chick. That would be wonderful. Plus, it's a good sign of a great lesbian relationship. Rookie minicamp for the NFL started this week as well. It has ended by now, but it had started this week, so they're starting to get working on that. A Pokemon player has captured every single shiny, which has me a little bit jealous, but what can you do? Disney settles the royalties with the Star Wars authors. It was an ongoing story for a while that authors of previous Star Wars novels were not getting paid royalties, so Disney was able to make a deal and get them out there to other people. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard trailer popped this week. New trailer popped with Samuel L. Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, Salma Hayek, Morgan Freeman, and Antonio Banderas. It was pretty funny. Checked it out. The Protege trailer, basically a John Wick, but in a female version, has Maggie Q going after villain Michael Keaton. Yes, that Michael Keaton. After Michael Keaton's crew killed Samuel L. Jackson, who was Maggie Q's mentor. So kind of an interesting take on that as well. Lisi's story trailer based on the Stephen King novel. He wrote the screenplay trailer, perfect for what the story is about. Basically, Julianne Moore's character is married to an author, and the author dies, and she discovers that all his writings that he did, these fantasy worlds, was because he was visiting a alternate dimension where these things were happening, and he was just relaying what he saw. There's a group of people who want to get access to this world, and she's refusing to allow it. So that's basically the premise behind that. Regina King is going to direct Bitter Root, a comic adaptation of the comic Bitter Root, which is an interesting horror, I guess a horror sort of film comic. I think that was set in New Orleans with a mostly black cast, which is really good. Aubrey Plaza and Danny DeVito will be starring in FXX's animated series Little Demons. It's always good to have, another animated series. Also from Pokemon Go, Sylveon, the last evolution we have, is finally coming to the game next week. So we'll be able to access that real soon. Strawberry funnel cake frappuccino from Starbucks is a thing now, just in time for the holidays. You can get the gold Lara Croft now in Fortnite. Basically, you have to go to this island and catch the gold gun before anyone else does, and you'll get the gold Lara Croft skin. Beast Boy also has made his appearance into Fortnite as well. Got that skin. I haven't gotten the Lara Croft one yet because I'm afraid to go there because everybody's going there. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are officially back together, so we're now for Bennifer 2. So we'll see how long this lasts, or Bennifer Returns, as some people are calling it now. Cereal monsters, Frankenberry, Count Chocula, Boo Berry, Yummy Mummy, and I forget the last one, are all teaming up for a Halloween mishmash. We're going to find out more about that Halloween mishmash closer to Halloween, but there is something on the horizon about that. Fatherhood trailer starring Chris Hart as a single dad. It's part of his deal he made with Netflix, similar to Adam Sandler's. It is Chris Hart. Hold on. Is it Chris Hart? I think I don't, it doesn't sound right. Fatherhood. It's directed by Paul Weitz. Kevin Hart. I'm sorry, it was Kevin Hart. Alfred Woodard's in it. Paul Reiser. Deborah Urind, DeWanda Wise, Lil Rel Howery, bunch. So it's a first of Kevin Hart's Netflix deal coming out just in time for Father's Day. A swimming school, a 50 million-year-old fish has been caught in the act as a fossil. Pretty interesting look. A fossil of an ancient squid eating a crustacean while being eaten by an ancient shark has been discovered. So yes, they're starting to find these really, really cool fossils now. In a heartwarming story, a zoo gorilla brings her newborn baby
to the glass where a new mom was holding her newborn baby. And the mom girl was like, hey, I have a baby too. They may be best friends. And it was just adorable. The Knives Out sequel, also by Netflix. Netflix has bought Knives Out 2 and 3. The Knives Out sequel is now casting. Daniel Craig will be returning, is the only one returning from the original Knives Out series. It's going to be the series is going to have a new cast every time, and Daniel Craig trying to solve a murder with this cast in it. The new cast so far includes David Bautista, Edward Norton, Janelle Monáe, and Catherine Hahn. So that's, as of now, who the cast is. We'll probably get some more casting announcements as it progresses. Also from Netflix, Netflix all over the place, and the movie Kate, starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead, about a assassin whose mind has been wiped and is trying to survive, has released its first behind-the-scenes stuff. Regé-Jean Page and Alfred Woodard have joined Ryan Gosling and Chris Evans in the Netflix film The Gray Man, which is done by the guys who did the Avengers Endgame and Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War, and Infinity War, and stuff like that. I forget the names right now. MST3K has done another successful fundraising job. They've fundraised a new season of the series. Remember the last time this happened, they were able to fund a new series as well. This is the one that stars Patton Oswalt and Felicia Day in it as well. But the new season will be coming very soon once they start filming it. So probably by the fall, I would assume. Wouldn't it be great if it comes out in time for Thanksgiving to continue the Turkey Day stuff that they always do? I don't know quite the issues, but NBC has canceled the Golden Globes 2022. They haven't canceled it, but they are not going to be airing it on their network due to some issues with the rules or the voting or whatever. It's some crazy behind the scenes stuff is going on, but the Golden Globes will not be on NBC, and they will gladly bring them back on for 2020 and 2023 if they can clean up their act. So we'll see what happens. Tim Tebow, who was supposed to be one of the great NFL players of all time, because he was one of the best college players of all time, unfortunately was in a system that his style of play does not work, and he flamed out very quickly, did a stint in the minor leagues, and then it's decided that now that his college coach, where he had all the success, Urban Meyer, is now the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, he was pleading for a job, but instead of being quarterback, he will gladly play tight end, and Urban Meyer's like, sure, I like you, kid. So Tim Tebow is back in the NFL playing tight end. We'll see if he makes the cut. We'll see. The 10th anniversary of Thor was this week as well. Thor is an underrated film as well. I thought it was brilliant. It not only brought us Chris Hemsworth and Tom Hiddleston's Thor and Loki, but a great cast, great storyline. Kat Dennings is, it brought us Kat Dennings as well, and fun stuff like that. Miss Marvel has finished filming its first season. That's a bonus. So Hawkeye finished first. So that leads me to believe that Hawkeye will probably be the first one to air later in the fall, with Miss Marvel coming right afterwards. So they're moving right along now. Dracula's BFF, Renfield, is going to be getting a solo film in the newly reborn Universal Dark Universe, which is a universe that they're going to try to contain all the Universal monsters together. I mean, Blumhouse has sort of helped it along with Invisible Man and some other stuff, so they're going to try to bring back the Dark Universe. So now we're going to get a Renfield film, which you guys just don't get it. I don't get it. Scientists create an enzyme to destroy plastic in days instead of years. So that's good. Red, white, and blue Hershey bars are out in time for 4th of July. It's cookies and cream Hershey bars with colored cookie bits. It does say your connection is stable, but I only got a few things left. So I'm just keep going. The FDA has approved the Pfizer vaccine for kids ages 12 to 15. As I said, my daughter's getting hers on Monday. tiger has been found roaming in the Houston suburbs. DNA shows the Scythian warrior mummy was actually, in reality, a 13-year-old girl. Some shark species have evolved to walk on land, which is a scary thought. And finally, Voyager 1 detects a plasma hum on the outskirts of our universe. And it's just amazing that a satellite that was launched back in the 70s and is now out in interstellar space is still transmitting stuff. All right, I got through this also with the technical stuff happening right now. So I'm just going to leave now and hope that this all got connected. I will check back later on that. So thank you for watching, and we should be back to normal by next week. Okay, bye.